Hey guys, William here with Patriot Containers. Today is what is today? Tuesday the 16th. Um, this video is the cargo container industry ever going to get cleaned up? And my answer is no. It's always going to be the same. I started selling containers 13 years ago. I got a job. At the time in my early mid 30s, I was looking for a job that paid well, and I worked at two different cargo container companies, and they did pay well, except for they just didn't offer a good service to the people I was selling containers to. So I was the seller, they were the business, and it just was a big shit show. And there's some salespeople out there. In fact, most good salespeople, they don't care about anything, and they will do whatever it takes to make a commission. Those are good salespeople. Maybe not for the buyers, but they're good salespeople for themselves, and there's good sales people for the companies. This industry has always been the same, where companies are not selling. They sell one thing, they deliver something else. They say they're going to deliver it on this day, and they deliver it on a different day. They tell you lies, they don't tell you the truth. They make you feel safe, you're totally screwed. And a lot of these companies nowadays, they got terms and conditions on their websites that literally protects them from everything that you're being told. Will this container industry ever get better? To be honest, if I can compare it to 13 years ago to now, it's gotten a lot worse. So I started making my YouTube videos, and I gave myself a name, the cargo container whistleblower. I'm whistleblowing on this industry right now. I'm the only one doing it on YouTube, and I've studied competitors. I see with what they say. I hear what they say. I see with what they do. I see the money that the customers are losing by when they put their trust into the bad companies. I used to say 60 to 70% of companies are bad. And one day I was on the phone with a shipping line, and I said, yeah, I think 60 to 70% of cargo container companies are bad. And they started laughing. I go, what's so funny? And they go, well, we think it's like 70 to 80% of companies are bad. And that phone call was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. And it's gotten worse. So I think 90% of cargo container companies are bad. I think they sell shit containers. I think they lie to their customers about their false warranties, their false money, 30, 60, 90-day money-back guarantees. But is this cargo container industry getting better? I think I'm addressing all the problems. I'm trying to bring awareness. I'm the only one that's pointing and giving you guys the information that you need to avoid going with the companies that don't have your best interest. And that's up to you whether you want to listen or take my advice. Everything that I'm saying to you about the cargo container industry is true because I used to work for companies just like this. I started Patriot Containers to tell people the truth, to deliver on the right day, purchase good containers for your customers, whether they're new or used. Purchase good containers and provide a real service. I feel that good companies that are selling containers nowadays, it's insanely rare to find a company that's going to do everything right. That's what Patriot Containers does. It's not hard. It's not hard to do the job. It's hard to sell it. And that's another reason why I'm making my videos, is because bad container companies have evolved so much with sales reps. that the lies that you guys are being told sound better than my truth. There's only one truth. Um, Here's another reason why I actually think the cargo container industry can actually get worse. So me, I used to sell when this is going back 13 years ago. I used to sell like 77 containers a month working for other companies, and they would pay me $100 cash. At the time, that was decent money. I've made more money in other industries, but that was decent money. Um, but they taught me a trade that I could do by myself, and of course, I left because I couldn't stand working for these companies anymore. I was making a commission. Now I make profit. So I make more money in the long run. But the real reason why I left is because I wanted to do the right thing for people. Now, these bad companies, there's I truly believe there's three major bad companies, and for legal reasons I can't tell you who they are. But you guys talk to them. They breed salespeople. Now, I don't know if these companies have contracts with their employees saying, hey, we're going to hire you, but you can't start your own business. I don't know if that's possible, but when you work for companies that make insane amounts of money doing criminal sales and ripping off their customers, people want to go, well, how do I make that money? I'm going to leave and start my own business. And they're going to start their business the same exact way of that other company. I actually think two of the biggest companies in America, the owner of this company used to work for this company, and they left and started their own business. Now you got two of the biggest companies in America that rip off their customers. They're not accountable. And if you put your trust in them, the trust is for the company, not you as a buyer. So they doubled. Well, these companies have reps all over the United States that got a job from some online advertisement, and they set that person up so they can sell containers at home with lies. They get commissions. And these reps eventually are going to start their own business, which means this industry is going to get worse. This industry needs to be regulated. It's funny, as I watch these companies, they go to these cargo container conventions and they act like they're the biggest company in the world, and they're not. They're total scumbag thieves that are ripping off their customers, and they have terms and conditions on their website that make it legal to rip people off. So when you're buying a cargo container, it's either a 5,000 pound 20 footer or a 8,000 pound 40 footer. Some of these sellers have it to where whatever it takes to say to a customer to make that sale, do it. Because once they have your sale, they have a cancellation fee. 5 minutes after your order, they can charge you money that is not deserved because they didn't do anything. If they bring you out a container with holes, they can charge you a restocking fee if you deny their container. And then you lose a restocking fee and a cancellation fee. If you trust that they have a real warranty where you think you're going to get your container replaced, you got something coming to you, because they're not going to replace that container. They're going to send you what they call as an industry standard fiberglass patch kit or JB Weld. It's not industry standard. It's just a cheap way to deliver you a shitty product and then say they have a warranty and then forget about you. Now, if you keep that container and now you're listening to their, I don't know what number of lies they told you, or they could take 1 to 3 months to deliver. Well, if you cancel, you're going to be charged a cancellation fee. But now they get to tell you, well, we have a 60-day or 90-day full refund. If you don't like your container, it sounds great. Sounds great. I actually give credit to these companies that are coming up with these sales pitches that make you feel so good that you place an order with them. That's good sales. I mean, credit is due where it's deserved. That is good sales. But it's bullshit. And if you read the complaints on these companies, you're going to read that they deliver rust bucket junk with holes. You're going to deliver that they don't honor their warranties. And you're going to read that if you refuse that container in 60 or 90 days, you're going to lose 75% of your money if they take that container back. So you will have no container, but they're going to keep like 2/3 of your money. That's insane. That's wrong. So is this container industry going to get cleaned up? That's the whole point of my videos, to be honest. I'm the only one whistleblowing on this whole industry of the criminal sales and everything that they do. And I do it not for shits and giggles. I do it because I actually care about this industry. I started Patriot Containers to do the right thing. And I'm just sick and tired of what these companies are getting away with, and I'm doing something about it, and nobody else is. And so I started my videos, I think, back in April. I actually got sued by one of the companies for exposing what these companies are doing to you guys, and they're not going to shut me up. They're just not. This is freedom of speech, and the truth is on my side. I'm the good company. They are the bad company. And they know it too. The reason they know that they're a bad company is if you ever read the terms and conditions on these companies' websites, they can tell you whatever you need to hear, and nothing will be honored. They don't have to honor anything that you were told. My daughter's singing in the background. Yeah, and I just stand against this. I think it's wrong. I think this industry is getting worse, and I'm doing something about it. And I hope someday that an attorney general or people start to wake up and see with what these companies are doing to you guys. I hope an attorney general actually investigates these companies someday and reads into all their complaints. I think these companies are getting away with highway robbery, and they act like they're the best company in the world, and they're the worst company in the world that doesn't give a shit about their customers at all. They just don't. They will deliver you a huge problem and keep a big chunk of your money and screw you over in a heartbeat before they lose a penny. And that's bullshit, and that's the whole reason of my videos. So I've said enough. That's today's video. Have a good one. My daughter's singing in the background. But yeah, happy Tuesday. Have a good one. Bye.